welcome back. And today we're talking about Tabla. Let's look at that. It's a new weekly newspaper.
And you can get the first issue on the coming Friday.
This Friday.
Okay.
In 2 days.
So how did you get the team together?
I think Raj should answer that question.
Okay, the team started with one person, me.
Yeah.
And then we managed to get week.Poh on board. week.Poh has got a long experience in been a journalist for a very long time. He's been with magazines in India, and we worked together in the new paper. And so we got him on board, and he's a very key man to our operations. And then subsequently we managed to get Patrick Jonas, who was also from the new paper, and then Sheela, who's a very experienced writer from the new paper as well.
Yes,
so,
she is.
Yeah.
so we've got quite a lot of people from the new paper.
Fantastic.
But I think it's good because what it means is that we've all worked together before and very strong bonding. And I think when you're starting a new product, I think it's quite essential that we have a very strong team. And the teamwork is very important because we're a very small team. And I think we don't have many people we can count on. So the people we have are all very important to us.
Right.
And then there's Surinder and Kwan. Surinder is also from the new paper, incidentally. She's doing admin work and helping to set some of the pages.
With the
And
pages
Kwan
It's a
is,
new paper.
Kwan is our marketing person.
It's a new paper,
It's
guys.
not-
Almost.
You know,
But with an ethnic focus.
yeah. Well, it's not. It was not a deliberate thing. It just happened that all of us were from the new paper, and I think it works better that way. In the sense that Raj was my boss in new paper, and there's a shorthand that all of us have that makes it work better, and there's a chemistry there already. Rather than having somebody come in you and like. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm a fan of the new paper, so I suspect I'll be a fan of Tabla too.
Excellent. Thank you.
Why don't you take us through the
Okay.
newspaper and tell us what we can expect?
Well,
Okay.
there's
the first
news
issue.
from India. So we're basically going to be talking about whatever's happening in India as well. While this is a mock-up, you can see that we're talking here about the Nano, the new car that the Tatas are making as well. So that's really very crucial news for the Indians here. They want to get that information about the car and things like that. There's also property, because many of them would have homes, ancestral homes.
Okay. Do
in
you
India.
always have a column at the corner?
Yeah, Ravi Velu is one of our India correspondents.
He works for the Straits Times,
Yeah,
but he's
that's
also
right.
contributing.
He's
We're getting some
correspondent.
people from the Straits Times to
Yes.
contribute.
So
What is
happy-
this?
Rohit Brishnath,
Singing
Deepika Shetty,
a different
all that
tune.
will also be contributing.
Oh, it's election.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just talking about government policy in India.
Actually, that cartoon is, the caricature rather is quite interesting because it's drawn by the Tamil Murusu artist who's very, very
Right.
talented. And the Tamil Murusu connection is that Tamil Murusu funds Tabla.
Tabla.
Okay.
So Tamil Murusu, which is one of the papers in the SPH table, actually
Yeah.
funds Tabla.
That's right.
And that's the connection between
Okay.
Tamil Murusu and Tabla.
All right.
I'm quite surprised that none of the members from the Tamil Marasu editorial team is part of the Tabla editorial team. Yeah, instead, all of you are coming from new paper.
No, I'm from Tamil Murusu.
okay.
I
Yeah.
straddle both sides.
Yeah, Raj is multitasking, seriously. Multitasking.
Well done, Raj.
Okay.
Why property? This
I think property is very important for the Indian community because they do have property in their home countries. Some
Right.
Indians live in the UK, live in America as well. So, and by nature, this group that we're trying to target are quite are well-traveled.
yeah.
They've worked in many different countries as well. So they would be keen in property not only as a home but also as an investment as well. And as well as we'll also be talking about property in Singapore too.
Yeah.
So that'll be one of the topics that we'll be covering,
Very
as well as
interesting.
education in Singapore.
Right. Very
you know.
comprehensive.
Yeah, we're trying to cover as much as we can within
Okay.
the pages that we have.
So this is a regional roundup.
Yeah.
So
This is a
the
personality.
visa viewpoint.
Yeah,
What is
this
that?
is a personality page.
A personality page.
Yeah, captains of the industry, we feature them, their successes,
Right.
and what they've done as well. Because there's a lot of successful people.
Of course,
Yeah.
in the Indian community, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
This gives a general idea. So this is an example of what we would cover for Singapore News.
Okay.
ERP. Issues here that affect us, will affect the community that we're
Okay.
targeting as well. So.
Will there be some duplication, I suppose, in stories? I mean, for instance, does this particular story have a particular Indian appeal? Or?
Yeah, I mean, many of the community members of the community here drive. And public transport is a very important issue.
But do you think
for them as well.
it's a story that they could also get in the Straits Times?
Probably they could, but then again, we are a weekly
right.
newspaper.
Right.
So
actually, for busy expatriates, they can actually get a roundup
and
of
we
the
come
important
out
news
every Friday as well.
Right.
So it's if they haven't read any of the other papers in the stable, in the SPH stable during the week, they can pick us up and
get
caught up.
headlines.
Yeah, get caught up with the news.
Okay, so you even have tech
and
What's it
gadgets.
called?
This is one of our rotating features
Uh-huh.
in Tabla,
Yeah.
where we talk about tech, we talk about motoring. We haven't included motoring in this mock-up, but tech, motoring, the internet, what's buzzing.
Well, you pretty much have it covered, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't even have to read the Straits Times. I should just pick up Tabla. And
Oh, let's not go there.
Is that what you're
Let's
saying?
not go there.
No,
Let's
I'm
not go
kidding.
there.
Of course
I'm not
not.
gonna- I'm
I mean,
not
there's
gonna-
some.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Straits
going to bring
Times
my
is way
visa
thicker.
in there, so no.
Straits Times is way thicker.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so here there's yoga, a special page for yoga. Will
That
that
will appeal
this
to
is,
me.
another one of our rotating pages as well
Fantastic.
on fitness. Not necessarily solely on yoga. We will feature Bollywood dancing.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
any other fitness.
This is food,
Food.
and this is education.
Yeah, we have a campus page. So there are 3 international Indian schools here, and not to mention all the other schools, international schools that the Indian community send their kids to, the international Indian community. So we want to, we've actually, have a working relationship with the 3 international Indian schools, so they will contribute to this page.
And now the entertainment pages. This is my
Yes.
favorite always.
Right.
Shah Rukh Khan, who's going to be here over the weekend.
Yes, exciting, and there will be chaos, I'm sure.
There will be
at
chaos,
Suntec
and
City.
you will be there.
You'll be
and
part of
Tabla
it.
will also be part
Yeah,
of
we
it.
will be in the thick of it because our paper will be launching
Fantastic.
this weekend. So there are 2 events actually happening at Suntec City. One is the ZTV Carnival.
ZTV Carnival.
That's happening at Suntec City this weekend, where Shah Rukh is going to be there. There's also the Overseas Indian Conference, where all this...
the Overseas Indian Conference.
yeah, all these heavyweight political figures, as well as our political Singaporean leaders will be there at this conference.
So
Talking about the Indian diaspora, talking about issues that affect the Indian diaspora on a global level. So we will be launching the paper at these 2 events.
wow, such serendipity.
So we have news from Bollywood. What about Kollywood?
Yeah, we will also be having news from Kollywood as well.
Since we have quite a large
Because
Tamil community.
Yeah, both industries are really very big. So I'm not going to ignore one for the other. It's just I'll probably get a lot of emails going, hello.
What about Kollywood?
Yeah, that's right. So we're not going to do that. We're going to be covering the smaller regional cinemas as well, and so that's what we're going to do. So
Okay.
we have a TV.
You've even got TV highlights. You guys are ambitious, man. I have to. Let's
there
take
are
a look
3,
at this
can
one.
I just say there
TV
are 3
highlights.
Hindi language cable channels.
Yeah.
There's also about 3 Tamil language channels as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cable channels dedicated for the community, both Singaporean and the international Indian community as well. So this is our way of trying to address, their television watching needs.
I love it.
Don't forget the movies too.
And the movies, of course, the movies.
Movies is very important.
Wow. And then moving on to fashion.
Oh, we felt that fashion, Indian fashion has grown so much
It has.
on a global stage,
It has.
and it was very important for us to address Indian fashion. So, and
You have a what's on page.
it's not that
That's
very
something for me.
specific.
Yeah.
Extremely self-contained, you all. You even have Sudoku.
Yeah.
A Sudoku page.
Sudoku is very popular.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing Indian about that, but nothing wrong with it.
Sudoku is international.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, when I pick up my
And
paper, the
of
first thing
course,
I'll go to
the
is
all
Sudoku.
important.
You're very good at math.
We have the all-important sports page.
Yes.
And in sports, cricket will figure
Yes,
very
we have a lot of
importantly in the
cricket, yes.
sports pages, right?
Because
Can you talk
you
a little
know
more about
it's
that?
an Indian sport, very Indian sport, and so we'll be having a lot of cricket, and we're getting a top guy from one of the cricket correspondents from Cricinfo, which is a very famous cricket website, to write for us. His name is Harsha Bogle, and we're also getting Rohit to contribute, and you know.
Rohit Richard, who's
ST.
the ST correspondent.
Okay.
Very impressive.
Fabulous. Both of them are fabulous writers.
And you guys got this thing together in how?
5.5 months.
5.5 months?
Okay.
Wonderful.
I just joined last month, so I'm not taking credit for this. Raj and Pradeep and Patrick Jonas, when Surinder will have to take credit for that.
Okay, thank you, Sheela and Raj, for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So, I hope you guys go out there and check Tabla out. It's gonna, it's great. I mean, you just saw the mock-up. You've seen how many pages it has and how much it covers. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye.